Good evening, Inspilglimmers, and welcome back to episode 2 of Poorcana Week. So, yesterday we had a Poorcana matchup between two Emerald decks, and today, as luck would have it, we have a matchup between two Ruby decks. So we're gonna see which of the Ruby decks we built is gonna be the best. Reminder, Poorcana is a nice, casual, or somewhat competitive format where you build a regular 60 card 2-color deck based only from commons and uncommons in the Infinity format. So any commons and uncommons ever printed or any card down printed to an uncommon is available for you to build with. Today we have Ruby Steel Power Matters and Ruby Amethyst Challenge as our two decks. We're gonna look at them in just a minute. But yeah, this week, every single day, we have this little tournament that we did for the fun of it with my son, Clever Flamingo, to figure out which Poorcana deck is the best we could build. So we have a Ruby Amethyst and a Ruby Steel deck. We're gonna decide who plays which. And go ahead, shuffle up those while I'm not looking. One of them is gonna be even, one of them is gonna be odds. Once you're ready, place them. All right, so this is even, this is odds. Let's roll those dice. It is odds, so I am going to be playing Ruby Steel, and you're going to be playing Ruby Amethyst. So while we look up those deck lists to see what we're going to be playing with, let me introduce you to the decks. So Ruby Amethyst is trying to challenge the opponent every way possible. You've got, of course, your big characters like Scrooge McDuck, Queen of Hearts that has Rush. You have the Moana and the Slushy to challenge evasive characters. And you have Issa's Vanderchill, who's able to exert characters. You're also able to return them to your hand with Madame Mim Snake doing an appearance back from the earlier sets. So returning an Issa's Vanderchill or a Scrooge McDuck with a lot of boosted characters under it is really going to do the trick. As far as card draw, we have friends on the other side, Medallion Waits and the Library being there. And we have our top ends like Lumpy and Copper able to just finish off those pesky characters. On the other side, in Ruby Steel, it's really a deck about power, about removing your opponent's stuff. Basically a very similar kind of idea of remove everything they have, then win, relying on marching off to battle, Medallion Weight, and Queen of Hearts for their removal of choice, and on Li Shang to be able to challenge ready characters, but also once you shift him to be able to just quest for more with all of those high power characters. So let's shuffle up those decks while you finish appreciating the deck list. And then we're going to roll to start who is going to be starting. So this is our second matchup. You can watch yesterday's episode to see who won the Emerald matchup, which was Emerald Amethyst against Emerald Ruby. Evasive versus damage. So let's see. All right. So even or odds? Odds? All right. It is odds. You're going to be starting us off. Let's go for the mulligan. So in both cases, we're probably going to be looking at things that can easily challenge our opponents and do some kind of damage to their plans. For me, this is good. This is really good. This is a decent play as well. I think I'm just going to return those two. This might be a dead card. It's going to be ink if it is. We will see, but in an opening hand, in the blind, it's a good card to keep. Going for 2 here. All right. Might be a better one drop than this was. We will see. So reshuffling, and then whenever you're ready, you're going to be able to start us off. Poorcana, really a fun format to explore if what you want to do is build decks that are not as traditional as what we're seeing. If you're tired of the current meta of 3 decks existing, a lot more ways to explore here. Definitely a fun way. So snake in the ink and pass. All right. Definitely something I do appreciate. So in my case, I'm gonna ink copper. I'm gonna play a Mulan, gonna draw then discard. Draw this, that's interesting. Discarding. Yeah, I think I'm discarding the brawl here. And passing the turn over to you. So, Mulan, Disguised Soldier, when she comes into play, you may draw this card. You've probably already seen her. Oh, but on the other side, we have Scrooge McDuck. The one that can boost the Ghostly Ebenezer. So for each card under him, he's going to get 1 extra strength and 1 extra toughness. This is going to get big pretty fast. What are we to do here? I think it's going to be... this is pesky. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be Mulan in the ink into Mr. Smee here. And do I want to quest? I don't remember. You do have the Rush Queen of Hearts in that list. I think I'm gonna go. So Mr. Smee Bumbling Mate, for those of us joining us post-rotation, he's a 3/3 questing for 2 that costs 2. And at the end of my turn, if it is exerted and I do not have a captain in play, he gets 1 damage. That can be negated through resist, can be negated a lot of ways. But for now, sure. Challenger +3 on my Smee until end of turn. I'm gonna draw for turn. Here, I'm gonna ink a Moana Island Explorer, so she's 4/3 evasive. We might talk about her later. But in the meantime, I'm gonna play a Coachman and a Hook. So Coachman, while 2 or more characters of mine are exerted, he gets +2 strength and evasive. So he becomes a 4/4 evasive once I have 2 exerted characters. And Hook, he's a captain and he's a challenger +2, so he attacks for 3. Go ahead. Here, we might be looking at each other for a while he's looking at a way to exert my characters, and I'm looking at a way to make challenge happening on ready characters. But that's not gonna happen here. He's just going to send in the crab by finding his Vanderchill. So Isis, Isis, whatever her name is, really good at doing exactly that, exerting characters down. But now, I mean, I guess it's my turn to answer to that, isn't it? So it's going to be done through... I don't know. No, I do know it's going to be done through putting down a Slushy here and then removing that crab. So Slushy, 5/5 evasive for 4 uninkable. Definitely one of the bigger Ruby threats you can find in the early to mid game. Go ahead. And one I'm really happy to find here. Isis is gonna sing. Friends on the other side. Not too surprising, finding 2 cards for Clever Flamingo here. We will see what we're going to do with those. Inking a library at first. To play another Isis Vanderchill. Exerting my Smee, and then boosting Scrooge to send 3 damage over. All right. Big plays here. Draw for turn. The good news with big plays is that when you let the storm rage on, you can still remove this. And then I think we're gonna ink the Queen of Hearts, bring out a Moana. So Moana, Island Explorer, 4/3 evasive, and whenever she challenges, another chosen character of mine gets +3 attack this turn. And go ahead. Let's see what can be done. Another friends. That's 3 of them. 2 played, 1 under the Scrooge. Someone's definitely happy with what they drew. Another crab. Into another Isis Vanderchill. I think his deck was not shuffled, ladies and gentlemen. I might have to shuffle this deck between the rounds to make sure he's actually playing fair. Pass the turn. And he goes for 1. Alright. Draw for turn here. So here we're gonna play Li Shang. So while he can challenge ready characters, and while he has no damage, he can challenge for 2 more. Here I think I am simply going to finish off this Queen of Hearts to draw a card. Alright, that's a card. And pass the turn. So now hopefully we don't start seeing even more Isis Vanderchills or Snakes. We shall... Oh, well. I forgot. I should have quested him. You're okay? Yeah, okay. Questing with Moana. Go ahead. So for 3, it's a library. So library, if a character is there and is vanished, you get to draw a card. But for now, no characters on the library itself. Gonna draw for turn here. Let's read this. Okay, so if I have this, I do that, and if I have this, I do that. That sounds like a plan. So, first off, we're going to remove that Mother Gothel with my 4/3 that can challenge ready characters. Oh, well, he has damage. My bad. I thought it was well, he doesn't have damage. That is a bit more annoying. I'm not going to lie. Am I still doing it? I think I'm still doing it. I'm gonna do 2 damage here. And then for 3, I'm gonna play a Lexington. And for 2, because I have a damage character and a character with 5 strength or more. So Lexington, by the way, 4/4 alert. 3 or more cards in hand, he can't ready. And then playing a Mulan for only 2. That's a 4/3 questing for 2. And then removing the library. Go ahead. I thought it was while he didn't have damage, but oh well. We'll see what can be done with that. And your Mother Gothel, so very important, and why I was trying to remove her. Whenever one of your character challenges, you may move 1 damage from a character to another character. So let's see what's gonna happen here. You move all the Isis Vanderchills into the library. Remove 1 damage here. Banish this. That's fine. Questing for 2. And let's see what we can do here. We're going to draw for turn. That's a card. It's going to be a Smee. Now. This and this are going to go into the library for very obvious reasons. Lexington is going to remove an Isis Vanderchill. And Do I want to quest with Mulan here? I might. I just might. Go ahead. I'll pass a turn. So my evasive's somehow doing a lot of work. I'm guessing you're not finding your Nalas, which are there for that very specific reason. But you're finding your copper. So 8-5 Reckless Rush, I'm definitely not exerting anything in front of that. For 6 cost. And then you're questing for 2. So you have the lore lead here. Let's draw a card. It is a Coachman. So once again, when 2 or more of my characters are exerted, he gets +2 in evasive. Let me exert 2 of my characters here to quest. And now he's evasive and a 4-2. Go ahead. Scrooge and Olaf. So that Olaf, once he is banished, will be able to return a card to its owner's hand. That card might be a Scrooge McDuck. Questing for 2 here with Isis. Draw for turn. Oh, this is actually a good card. We're going to do 2 damage to your Mother Gothel here and draw a card. And this might swing the game, ladies and gentlemen. Finding the Medallion Weights. So Medallion Weights, key part of both of those decks. For 2 and an exert, chosen character gets +2 strength this turn. And when they challenge, you draw a card. So it's the card engine of the decks. Here, I'm going to go questing for 3. My Coachman being exerted thanks to Moana and Slushy. Go ahead. Is this the moment that turns the tide of the game? We will see. Oh, well, that's going to be able to challenge evasives pretty effectively at that. What are we gonna do here? That's a good question. 1, 2. So 4 questing here. So applying pressure, trying to go fast, putting me on the defensive. We'll see what turns out of that. Let me draw. Here I'm gonna start for 2 by playing another Mulan because I still have a 5 and a damage character. Then for 2, going to use the Medallion Weight on... Who do I want to use it on? I think it's got to be the Coachman. And going to challenge into Isis. Ah, yeah, might as well do this one to draw a card. This was a dead card earlier. I'm pretty sure it still is. Gonna ink the Brawl. Very good against a little bit more aggressive matchups. Here, everything's a little too big, except that Olaf. Don't really want to bounce that Olaf. Let's be perfectly real. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if I quest with everything. But then you would remove quite a few of those things. That is painful. I'm not going to lie. Still gonna quest for 2 here with those. That's for sure. And then it's gonna be Smee here. Oh right, this has 4. Gonna be Mulan here. And quest for 4 here. I don't have a captain, so that Smee is going to take a damage. Go ahead. Nala giving evasive to Copper. Oh, that's gonna do quite a bit of work here. Being able to challenge pretty much the whole board. That's going to be a trade here. And then Olaf into Smee. Full board removed. You still have that Lumpy on the board. I was not expecting that, to be fair. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's not the best card, but I'll take it. Li Shang here, go ahead. Good news is he is going to draw me a card next turn. Going to quest for 2 with that Lumpy. And that Nala. Draw for turn. For 2 here, gonna activate the Medallion Away to remove Nala. Take 2 damage, draw a card. Then for 4, I guess I have no choice. I'm gonna go marching off to battle to draw 2 cards and ink a brawl. But here, that's gonna be a tough one to make work. Go ahead. Yeah, that works. For 3, up to 17. I do not think I have anything. Well, that's not true. I do have things that can help. Not that one, though. That will be it for game 1. It's going to be Slushy into a second Medallion Weight. And we're going to go to game 2. So here we can see the Ruby Amethyst deck being able to turn the tide with that well-timed Nala, being able to give Copper evasive, remove my threats completely, and wipe the whole board. That was certainly a change in the plans for me. I'm also going to make sure I fully shuffle that second deck to be sure that it is absolutely random. So give me that. Let's see what we can do here. This, all right. Just giving it a quick shuffle. There you go. And you can go ahead and cut me off while we restart this game 2. I'm gonna start. So let's hope for a better outcome here for Ruby Steel. Well, okay, I guess. This. Return 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Those are cards. 3 cards for you as well? Perfect. So definitely seeing some cards that we don't see in core. Some we have seen in the past, but don't see much anymore. It's a good mix, to be fair. Poorcana between playing sealed or limited, so draft and stuff like that, and playing a fully constructed core or infinity deck, because you see a lot of commons and uncommons in your regular events of limited. And with more and more emphasis being put on the limited environment by the Lorcana team, I expect we're going to start seeing even better commons and uncommons down the line. So I will be starting us off in this round with the help of... This is a weird hand, I'm not going to lie. But it's going to be with the help of Li Shang and passing the turn. Go ahead. Broom for broom. What have we said about shuffling decks, even though I'm the one who did it? The Mr. Smee here, go ahead. So broom, Illuminary Keeper. Once you play another character, you can banish him to draw a card. You forgot to quest before? You can quest before, that's fine. Quest Sacrifice. Here I'm going to draw. Going to ink that Moana for a Lexington and pass the turn. gonna see what can be done here. It's definitely not gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Medallion of Weights are coming off. Scrooge is getting his card. And this is exactly the outcome I was hoping for. So I'm going to sing Let the Storm Rage On here. Draw a card. And then I'm going to pay 3 to Let the Storm Rage On here. And draw a card! Hey, cards! Cards. We like cards. And I'm going to quest for 2 with me here. I do not have a captain, so he's going to get a damage at the end of the turn. Go ahead. Nala coming into the ink on Flamingo's side for a Moana. So here, Moana will be able to challenge without any hindrance because, well, that Lexington is not readying. So we will see if that costs me anything. But in the meantime, I think it's gonna be Moana in the ink for a Slushy in order to hit back. Going to quest for 2 with That's Me. Get a second damage because I still do not have a captain in play. And go ahead. So That's Me is 1 turn away from just disappearing into the unknown. It is a different card. Olaf here being played. Now the Medallion Weights cannot be activated this turn. Would you like to challenge?
How many cards in hand?
3 cards in hand. He's still not ready. You're absolutely right on this. Alright, pass the turn on the Flamingo side. Oh, but he's not ready. My bad. A rough return. This. Oh, hey, look at that. That's wonderful. Okay. Gonna play Li Shang. He is a captain. So my Smee is going to be able to quest freely. And then I'm going to play a Coachman here and go questing for 2 with that Smee. Do I want to also quest with Slushy? Because sure, you're going to be able to move a damage with Gothel and remove it with Moana, but then you're not removing the Lexington. I think I am questing with Slushy here. Might be a misplay. People at home, feel free to let me know in the comments where I messed up when he wins this game. Go ahead. So here, inking a Queen of Hearts. What is going to happen? Activating the Medallion Weights on Moana, taking out Slushy, trading, and drawing a card. And you have the triggered ability for Mother Gothel. Where do you want to move the damage? Here. Alright. Yeah, okay, and the attack boost goes to Mother Gothel from Moana. That's perfectly fine. So, Mother Gothel now a 4/4 as well. Also able to move damage away from characters. She's going to, okay, move the damage here, remove the Smee, remove the Coachman, put 3 damage, and then play a Crab and remove Lexington. Okay, wow, that's bringing back the Gothel. All right. Okay, that was some cleanup for sure. Let's see what we can do here with those circumstances. And I think since we removed everything, the good thing to do is to replay a slushie. Go ahead. I kind of like having that guy around. Big 5/5, evasive, does a lot of work. You know the type. Mother Gothel in the ink for a library. And an Isis Vanderchill that's going to remove the Li Shang. Okay, big plays here. We are definitely seeing some value plays. We're going to put down a Queen of Hearts. We're going to go remove the crab. Draw a card from the challenge. Interesting. And pass the turn. You're going to get one lore from the library at the start of your turn. Playing an Isis, exerting my queen, moving the Isis to the library, activating, challenging to draw 2 cards, and remove the Queen of Hearts. That is some big play. And then inking Anala to move the Isis Vanderchill into the library. 5 inks here. Gonna ink a Medallion Weight, and then play a Moana and a Coachman, and go do 5 to that library. Go ahead, gain a lore from the library at the start of your turn. It is not an easy one. 2 slushies? What are those doing here? All right, so that's something. Let's draw a card here. So I'm gonna need answers. That is for sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is gonna be a second Queen of Hearts. I'm going to remove the library. Quest for 1. Oh, yeah, give the boost to the Coachman. Not that it matters because he's going to get the +2 anyways. And then, that's only when she challenges the character, so there was no boost, but he still becomes a 4/4. I'm going to draw from the Queen of Hearts. You are good. I'm going to ink a Lexington here. Am I? I'm actually not going to ink a Lexington here. I don't think I did. Anyways, I'm not inking it. But go ahead. But no, my card would have been face up, I'm pretty sure. I inked last turn to do the Coachman and Moana trick. On Slushy to remove Moana. Yep, alright. Draw a card. Remove, trade the Slushies here. Meta Mim and replay the Slushy. Okay, so it's a Slushy face-off. Well, not really, not anymore. Lexington. Go ahead. So hopefully no Isis Vanderchill here. I wouldn't need a turn off. I do get a turn off for now. Another library. I'm gonna go quest for 1 here. And pass the turn. Alright. Draw. Well, hello, you wonderful pupper. That's gonna go into the library. And then I think that'll be turn. Go ahead. You're free to remove it with the Medallion Weights. I'm not gonna be mad. On the snake! No, the snake! Definitely not a bad play here. Isis on the Queen of Hearts, removing her. That's why the medallion weights are sometimes better than just having the Queen of Hearts. They're harder to remove. A lot of people do not run a lot of item removal. Here it's going to be Li Shang into Smee. And it's going to be those two. Let's go do some trades. Go ahead. Lumpy coming down, definitely a finisher in this list, as we said earlier. Isis Undershell gonna go questing for one here. Okay, activate the medallion weight. Well, two can play at that game. So I'm going to activate the medallion weights here. Thank you. And I'm going to go remove Isis to draw a card. Is there a world in which I want to keep that in hand? Maybe. We'll see. Go ahead. How do you have so much ink? Well, I know it's the medallion weights, but this is one big and scary board, and now with Lumpy and Slushy on board, and a crab, it's going to be hard to stop once again. So the control deck doing the control deck thing. Going to ink a brawl here. I don't think it's going to be very useful. 1, 2, 3 next turn. Go ahead. 4 if you quest with the crab, I guess. Screwed in a boost, of course. 1, 2, 3. So that's up to 12. What can I do? These are not the cards you want to see in this case, friends. Go ahead. Another Scrooge and a few boosts, I guess. And now we're definitely just seeing Ruby, Amethyst taking control. Going to quest for 2 here. 3, sorry. Gonna draw a card. You're way too late, my friend. That's gonna be the other Li Shang. Gonna ink a marching off to battle. I have the other one in hand because why not? And then you quest for 5. GG's. Was there gonna be something? No, there wasn't. So there you have it, guys. Ruby Amethyst defeating Ruby Steel, being able to just turn the corner on those and then putting those big evasives in play that are super hard to remove. So Isis Vanderchill definitely doing her work. We're gonna see next time where this leads us, but for now we have 2 of our semi-finalists. The one from last week, which you're gonna see again very, very soon, or you can go yesterday, or you can go watch. And we have today Ruby Amethyst going all the way to the semifinals. Congratulations to Clever Flamingo on this win, and we will see you guys next time or tomorrow. But until then, keep questing.